Everybody's good. What's cracking? What's cracking? Welcome to the Logic Lounge with Fleazy Jones, episode 51. I'm in the 50s now. Loving every bit of that. Shots out. What's up, Mr. Savage? What up, Shot Navy? So, 51 episodes. Man, I ain't gonna keep sounding like a broken record with the appreciation, but you know, I'm definitely grateful to be at 51 episodes. What's happening, Shot Navy? So on this one, man, and bear with me, man. I'm definitely getting better, kind of under the weather with it, but definitely trying to get better. Got some things going on, but hey, nonetheless, 51 episodes, and of course, this is brought to you by the Legend Block, Legend 7. Shouts out to Block, shouts out to ING, whole team. So with 51, man, I remember a while ago on one of the panels that I had, we were speaking about how women are losing the need for men because men don't know how to be real men, and that, of course, goes for some people. I wanted to get further in depth into that because honestly, I remember saying in that show or on that show that the roles have reversed, which is the title of this show. And I really feel that. And this is not like me speaking about the LGBTQ community, nothing like that, nothing about the people that's a whole different subject. I'm speaking on how, I don't know, I guess the older people would say something like chivalry is dead. Men aren't men anymore. Some people call it gentlemen, but I think of it as things of being a man. And these are little things like, for example, pumping a female's gas. Before I got sick, and luckily I'm better to where I don't allow that. If I was out, usually I use my mother. If I'm out with my mother, taking her around, if she goes in, of course, use her account for the Speedway, because that's what we use for gas for her car. She already knows when she walked back to the car, she goes straight back to the passenger seat. I've seen several videos where they were like putting dudes on blast. These females were putting dudes on blast for actually sitting there and watching their girl pump the gas. Hear me very clearly, G. Unless you are fucked up, broke leg, hell, I even say broke arm, some shit like that, you are incapable of doing, ain't no way. And these videos that I saw, one in particular, this guy was real adamant. He was more pissed that she was recording him, exposing his ass for not even pumping the gas, for just like watching her pump the gas while he sit there and play with his phone. I seen a lady that had a guy, this back when I was living in the Quad Cities. She would do things like taking the trash out, things like that. Now, I'm not even going to say even like fixing stuff, right? Because there are female mechanics, there are female electricians, all that. That's not what I'm talking about. Like, I understand it's a trade-off with certain things. If you happen to be a guy that don't know electric shit and your lady do, I'm not saying shit like that. But things like the trash. And I've even heard some guys like try to put it off on, they want equal rights type shit. Like they justify that little bullshit. Opening doors, pumping gas, like being what the old folks would say is being a gentleman. That shit is like null and void now. The youth shit, the guys call the chicks bro. Hell, I fuck around and make the mistake of doing it a few times. Just from being around and shit. But it's little things like that that make me feel like the roles have reversed, because there are a lot more aggressive females than I've ever been around coming up. Ever been around. And I'm talking about pure aggressive, like they are the alphas. Again, I'm not taking away from a female being somewhat aggressive, being a leader and things like that. But there's some things you supposed to allow your man to do that's not even being allowed to be done. And there's no blame to the females that happened with, because the guys were the ones that I've ran into, the situations I've seen. Because I can only speak for me. The situations I've seen, they're like okay with it. And like I say, feel somewhat justified in doing this shit. I've literally played the fool before. I'm not suggesting that shit neither. But at the same time, like, before I got sick, you didn't have to ask me. If I was at your house and I'm dating you, like, you didn't have to ask me about things like trash, shit like that, or little things that I could fit, light bulb changes, shit like that. Like, to actually sit back and allow a female to do certain shit is not the way that I was raised. So that shit is like unfamiliar to me, and it has made these females aggressive as shit. Again, that's coming from a background where I have female family members that's kind of rotten. Okay, we were all raised as a big family, so I understand like a little toughness to it. But to a point that you're leading some shit and you not like a grandmother. No, grandma, that's different. Like, they've earned that spot to be able to tell you certain shit, do certain shit. You have to listen to them, you know what I mean? They take charge of certain shit. But when you speak about, like, relationships nowadays, I see the women more of the aggressor than I see the males. And in all honesty, that's kind of an issue. That's an issue in a lot of different ways. Like, you're the example to somebody, and if they see that as being cool, that's gonna change a whole lot of shit in the future. Going back to this video, man. This dude is sitting in the passenger seat of this car. And he was more upset that she was recording him. And I'm not saying I don't get it. Like, man, you trying to put me on blast. But, yo, if she putting you on blast for something you shouldn't even be put on blast for. How is that even a thing? Like, how is he... I don't feel comfortable letting my lady out of the car when I did have a lady, like at night. If we making stops, you can sit in the car, lock the door. I'll come back. Don't unlock the door till I get back. Niggas nowadays literally do not care, to a point they see it as like I said, the few that I do know defended the shit as if they like, man, they trying to be equal anyway. Okay, I get it, but I figured that was for shit like rights back in the day. The right to vote, being able to be an electrician or do things that they used to think only men can do. That's where that lies. It's never a time you shouldn't have that instinct to take charge in certain shit as a man. And again, I'm talking about something as simple as pumping gas. and to justify that shit. I was raised as the guy that you walk when you walk with a lady down the street, you walk closest to the street. You keep her inside the sidewalk. Again, so I'm pretty sure it's kind of clear why I'm not used to no shit like that. But again, it has gotten so aggressive. The women are taking charge. And even using the times nowadays. And this is not to offend nobody. I feel some type of way when I see a guy trying to go to be like a female. Now, there are some exceptions that I have seen that I'm like, okay, if you too natural with something, I mean, and like I say, I'm not judging or anything like that. But it's not surprising to me that you have softer guys when the guys have kind of like lost control willingly. We willingly lost control. And again, I can only speak from what I see. These are things that I observe. And after a while, you know, you get to see patterns. But the patterns that I'm seeing now is like making what I was taught coming up null and void. It's making that shit obsolete, damn near. How can you honestly allow your lady as a man to lead in certain shit? Even grannies, right? I said grannies is like the people that can run it and you take it for what it is, and that's that. Grandpa wasn't going. Grandpa was just silent. But Grandpa was still, oh man, you finna see him open doors. You not finna see him let her bring in groceries type shit. You not finna see certain shit happen that I've been seeing a lot of. That shit is absolutely whack. Shouts out. Cam Coastal in the building. My niggas. No, it's real shit. I was just over here talking shit, G. On here literally speaking about things that I've been seeing, like the whole Gentleman Act. I feel like roles have reversed. People like us are becoming obsolete. The ones that'll pump gas, the ones that take trash out without being told, bring groceries in, shit like that. Like these, the new age is absolutely insane to me. I remember coming up and hearing shit that we used to do coming up as kids. Like, man, back in the day, it was this way, it was that way. Excuse me, and we wasn't never rude about it. Like, we wasn't that type, even though we dabbled into shit. But I literally feel like them now. The shit that I see now, it's like, man, that's not how I was taught. And I'm not saying I was taught the greatest shit. There's some things that, you know, foundation was not always right about. But when it came to me being a male, there were some things that were instilled in me that's just not instilled in the youth, in the younger men. And it's making the women all type of aggressive. It's in the music. It's in media, period. You see it all the time. And I know to somebody that's younger, I'll just say it, they probably won't even understand that. And that's just a trip for me to see at just the age of 41. At 41, I'm starting to understand the people that pretty much raised me. What they meant about, man, shit is different. And I don't believe what we was doing was that bad. It was violence, it was all type of other shit, but certain shit, and it's little as fuck, is so fucking huge to me, man. Like I say, like pumping gas. I was saying the video that I saw, it was a video on YouTube, it was several, but the one that stuck out was this dude was literally finna turn up on this girl for recording him for sitting in the passenger seat while she pumped the gas. And the way she talking, it was something that was done, it was repeated. And I'm sitting up there trying to figure out, how is that even the thing y'all arguing about? I'm expecting some, man, you mooching off me type shit. You spend too much of my money, some shit that I'll be like, oh, okay. But something like pumping gas, how you don't naturally do that? How do you not naturally do something like taking in groceries, do something like walk on the closest to the street when you walk down the street with a female? Like, I don't. The females have become aggressive like the dudes, and the dudes has become soft as fucking putty. They got more attitudes again. They act worse than kids. It used to be things like, man, you acting like a kid, grow up. Nah, it's worse than that. It's worse than that, man. It's way worse than that. It makes me feel old every time I think about the subjects that I talk about. But I'm okay with this feeling because shit, niggas don't make it to this age. But I don't care how aggressive I get, there are certain things that I'm just not gonna do. There's just certain shit you don't know. And to do it and sit there proud like that, like you'll get clowned by some of these people. I know some of mine, they saw some shit like that, motherfucker laugh at you. You sitting in the passenger seat, like I said, if you ain't got a fucking cast on, you're incapable of doing some shit. There's no excuse for that. And what's the point? What's my point? I feel like that's one of the major reasons these women is as aggressive as they are. You got chicks pretty as hell. Soon as they open their mouth, you like, ain't no way. And I'm not talking about a chick that know how to fight. We know plenty of them. We got them in our family, shit like that, but they still females. Now you got a chick that's doing everything that usually we supposed to do. Why wouldn't they be on that aggressive shit? The shit is deserved, I would say, with the newer age, but it leaves us looking crazy as hell. Because where do the people that were raised, or the men that were raised like that, where do they fit in with that shit? You don't. I don't know about the next man, but listen, I could damn near date a female MMA fighter or boxer before some of these chicks that's out here. Ain't no way you tougher than me unless it's a professional. But how can I blame you when you got soft ass niggas? I'm not trying to like diss these people. I don't know these people personally. Again, these are observations that I have had and seen newer patterns that I don't remember coming up. And that shit look crazy. That shit look crazy. You know, the only thing I did outside a character coming up, that was color my fucking locks. That was it. The minute you see me do some shit like wearing some pants tighter than the fucking female I'm fucking with, you have permission to go ahead and wait. What's the proper word online? Unalive me, nigga. Because something is wrong. Something is wrong. Listen, I come from an era, like I say, I did not come up in no, like, beautiful place. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like I didn't know what struggle was and shit like that. But I got people, like one of them, Big Cuzzo Tone, shouts out to Tone, that take off on my ass if we started cussing like we on the bus when we see some elderly people there, especially a woman. Motherfucker take off on you. Will literally take off on you because we wasn't raised like that. You not finna talk. You not finna do no shit like that. And I see y'all laughing, but I'm dead serious. Like that, y'all laughing because y'all know I'm dead serious. Certain shit you just don't do. Certain shit exactly the old school way. I don't know if y'all seen this other video, man. And I don't even take this as the community thing. Listen, man, it was this black ass nigga, beard longer than Harden's, with a fucking wig on and a school, snapping on a female teacher because she didn't use the correct pronoun. Again, black ass nigga with a beard as long as Harden's, and you going in on a female because she called you a male, and this woman was taking attendance. Again, like Big Cleve just said, shots out. The old school way, somebody would have beat the shit out that motherfucker in that classroom. But again, that's just another example of how shit is all fucked up. This is why I feel roles are reversed. Now you got chicks that's out here as tough as the dudes, like, and rightfully fucking so. I wish I could pull it. And when I find that video, I'm gonna do a remix to it. It'll be on my page. Cause I don't even think y'all understand how I see shit. Being older, you think you've been through some shit. This shit now, I honestly believe was scared the shit out of our grandparents. Like horror story scare. And that's not even including like the deaths, man. The youth is getting killed off so bogusly nowadays. It's ridiculous. That's a whole different subject. I'm just on the fact that I even understand an emotional guy. It's like these dudes nowadays, I don't know what this is. I don't know what that is. Going back to that video, you have a beard and you mad because, and I think she said the dude's name was Joshua, some shit like that, and you was like legitimately like, you're disrespecting me, like just talking about it right here on my live is funny to me, because I know to some people they would look at it like, man, that's just the times. Like, damn, I understand them older people now. It ain't used to be like this. And they used to say shit like we ain't have respect and stuff like that, but we absolutely did. We are nowhere near And I'm only speaking for the guys, like I say, but even the females that in my circle or in my family, they have a different type of toughness. Like, I'm not saying I'm not used to an aggressive type chick, but these chicks now, man, perfect example. What's Shorty named the Lola? The Don't Play With It chick. Man, listen, I heard the song on the radio, not the radio. I heard the song on like my Apple Music, and it was the Apple Music radio shit. So I heard the song before I saw the video. Man, Lola Brooke, I think her name is. Fine as hell. But man, that song, it don't match. but that's but that's what you got to deal with nowadays. Listen, as fine as Lola is, I couldn't approach her, man, from the scare part. I'm already afraid from the song. Why you that damn aggressive? Rod Digger had a motherfucking deep voice, and she wasn't even that aggressive. I like Rod Digger. I like Lola, but I'm just saying, these are things I see, and this is not how it used to be. It's everywhere. It's in the music. It's just everywhere you go. I guarantee you run into more aggressive females than you do guys nowadays. Our niggas got more attitude than females. Niggas will argue with you now. We ain't used to argue. We'll argue with the homies because we not trying to hurt the homie. If I debated with anybody, it was my people. We, naturally we ain't, no. We don't know you with some shit like that. We not finna argue with you. Like, if you my people, I'm trying to get my point across. I'm on that. Like, these niggas nowadays is arguing. Like, hand on hip arguing. I know it might sound crazy to some, but I promise you it is not far-fetched. If it's something that you're not seeing, I guarantee you if you start looking and paying attention, you're going to see that shit. You're going to see that shit. You're going to see these niggas are softer than butter. And you know what's fucked up about that? That's what make the killings more. Like, it's more people getting taken away because you got niggas that's for real scared. They really not on that. And we all know anybody that was active at one point on some street shit or grew up in the streets or around bad areas, you know fear is not something you play with. A real motherfucker ain't trying to fuck with no scared nigga. Because it's quicker. So you got these motherfuckers out here talking mad shit, and by the time you run into a motherfucker that'll bring that shit to your ass, boom. Because it's quick to shoot a motherfucker. It's quick to pull a trigger. Niggas don't fight no more. Females do though. And that's something that you've seen, but not like that. You seen it more with the females back in the day because they were catty. Like, yeah, they gonna argue, and if that liquor get into it, yeah, it's a chance that they'll turn up. But not like now. I've seen some videos with female knockout artists, and again, if you wasn't Layla Ali or female MMA fighter or boxer, with the exception of some, I take that back, because I grew up with a couple of chicks that got haymakers. But they also was like the only sister with Ella Brothers type shit, where I understood it, but even then, she still was feminine. Still was a girl, wasn't that aggressive to where you see a motherfucker pumping their own gas and you got a whole nigga. Like, how you know? You know how was you I was talking. I won't say you wrong. But I mean, it's true though. But you still a female at the end of the day. You ain't in this motherfucker with that male aggressive shit. And again, like I say, I'm talking about the females who are straight. And the ones that's not, that identifies male, that's a different story. I'm talking about that. And I won't exactly, because you're not supposed to. The only time you have, and I'm knowing from stories, you say, is if you was dolo. If you by yourself, that's different. He like, damn, I'm out of gas, I gotta go. Whoop. That's totally different. But if you not by yourself, G, come on, man. Come on, man. That'll be a whole issue. That'll be a whole issue. And rightfully fucking so. Bring that shit back, man, because these niggas is soft as putty. And those who know me, you should be ashamed for this shit coming from me, because like I got stories. Motherfucker learn how to fight from being bullied type shit. You know what I mean? I'm not no tough Tony ass dude. And if I see this shit, like I grew up with them type, like, but if I see this shit, it's absolutely ridiculous. And it's scary at the same damn time, because I'm like a front row to something you didn't even know was like coming. The things I anticipated were totally different from the shit that's going on and the shit that I see. It's totally different. And it's sad and it's fucking scary. It's one thing for, like they say, they pushing narratives on the youth, right? That's one thing. Like, cause that's scary, because the youth are sponges. When you talking about little kids, like, yeah, they sponges. They gonna soak up what's ever around them. But the males that I'm talking about, man, listen, you able to buy liquor. You 21 or better. I went to a dollar store yesterday, actually, with the Dollar Tree. And again, I seen a dude in there switching harder than the chick that was at the register, who was super girl. Hold on. Okay. They were saying poor connection. I was finna say, I hope I ain't talking enough shit to where they get on that with me again. Because I definitely ran into some shit before. But it's just the truth, man. These are the things that I see, and these are the things that I just like, I want to talk about them, because I see them, and I know other people see them, but they don't see it as like a issue at all. Like, it's no big deal. You getting groceries in and your lady asks to help with something, that's different type shit. But like the gas pump shit, like I say, the protection shit, that shit ain't even there no more. And like I say, man, as a person that's single right now, as a dude that's single, the ones that's even available that's in my age range, they'd have been scarred so bad. They, like I say, they tougher than me. I'm alright. No thank you. No thank you. No thank you. We have not become obsolete just yet, but it's on its way, because it's a different generation. I always get them generations mixed up. Are we Generation X? I believe we're X. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I know those people from that generation, us, it's becoming a handful. Because these new ones, never thought we had, what Kevin Hart said, he called them dancing thugs. We dealing with emotional thugs. and not the passion type of emotion. Like you be passionate and like you sure about something, and you're not gonna take certain shit from people. Like I get all that, but nah, man. Nah. And like I say, it's crazy because again, I keep remembering the old folks talking about us. And again, we ain't do half of the shit that I see done. We wasn't worried about, believe me, we were armed, but we didn't have to go everywhere with it. We knew where it was type shit. And the person that was on that was the person that handled that. You got a lot of people that's got those weapons, a lot of guys that they emotion something different. They say this guy got in like an argument with his mother or something and end up killing her for the unalive, excuse me, not killed. That for the money and went on like a stunting spree. Like he recorded this shit. Didn't record the what he did to the mom. But where you listen, those who don't know me know my mom, know what I deal with my mom. Listen, if you could, ain't nothing that woman can do to make me feel like I need to do that. That's some different type of emotional shit. That's my point. That's some different type of emotional shit. I've had women made me mad on the disrespect tip. Like, nah, I had my heart broke. But I ain't want to do nothing to him like that. Probably wanted to see him hurt, not physically. I feel like that's a different type of emotional shit. That's what females used to do. That's why your car got vandalized, windows broke, all that type of shit, tires slashed. Anytime you got niggas doing that, I look at that crazy. Like if a window get bust by our hands, it's by our hands or something. We so mad we punch a window type shit. And you can't say nothing to them because, like I say, they run into somebody that's thoroughbred like that will get on there. You got to watch them because, believe me, you could become a victim just off of somebody that's for real soft. Roles reversed. They had it to where the FBG crew, they had KI, RIP to KI. She was the one to worry about. That's different. That's different. We definitely had females that'd get on that with you, but like I say, there was a certain way they were. They were still girly. They wasn't just like that. Like that, I believe, comes from having these soft ass male mentors or whatever you want to call it, the boyfriends, the uncles, all type of shit that's not around you. Because like I say, when I came up, I knew certain shit I could not do. Because if certain family members or friends that were males, the family found out about that shit, man, I'd be in some real trouble. It was respected fear. When I got emotional at times, because it happened coming up as a man, you get mad about certain shit. I didn't show it in tantrums and things like that. I go somewhere in silence. Again, you got dudes out here that think they females and still be coming at these females because they know they like stronger, like the dude at the school. How you go hard on a female because you think you a female, my brother? You still a dude. Which that shit would have went wrong for him. If he really would have did something to that lady, that shit would have went wrong for him. But still, ain't no way. That's some different type of emotional shit. That's some different type of softer dude shit that I'm not with. And like I said, that's only one section. If you a guy and you got a lady and you don't know to do certain things, like man, I feel like that's some different type of shit. It go a little deeper than just being selfish. What up, Giggles? Man, talking my shit, man. Talking about how the roles reverse and shit. I know you can relate to that too. Cause I'm pretty sure you didn't have to check a few niggas. And you didn't have to check them in a way where you were more the aggressor than those actual dudes. And in some cases, G, that is a whole problem. A whole problem. What's up? You dope yourself. But yeah, man. I don't understand it. Makes me feel old all day. Come through. Come on, man. Talk good picture.
Yeah.
Listen, wait a minute. Before you say
What's
anything,
cracking, gang?
stop playing.
Well, what's
Stop.
cracking, gang?
Hey, listen.
Wait, come
I was like, she's ready for her close up, Mr. DeVille.
on. You dumb as Another close up.
She's ready for a close up.
I appreciate that.
Just
You know,
saying.
I try. I try sometimes. Put a little razzle and dazzle.
The razzle has been dazzled and more.
What's cracking? Where's the shiny key? I was expecting
But
to
now,
see you up
man,
here.
now I already knew she was gonna be held up, man. I was up here really just
Yeah.
talking my shit about how I feel like the roles reverse, and I was just speaking from a smaller scale about it's like what our grandparents would call like the gentleman factor. Like if I'm out with you in your car, you go into the gas station, you know I'm pumping the gas type of shit. Taking the groceries
Mm-hmm.
in, taking the trash out without being told. I was speaking from a video that I saw on YouTube where this guy got exposed by his lady. She recorded him while he just sitting in the passenger side and she was pumping the gas. And she went in on his ass. And I was like, yo, that's kind of justified because there's some things I believe
I
naturally a
got.
guy
I gotta
should
pay
do.
ample.
That's what I'm saying, though.
You
Like, that's
wildin'.
crazy as hell. Like that.
Yeah.
But it's legitimate. And dude was upset more that he was being recorded than the fact that, dude, why should you even be exposed for something like that? Like, unless you're
Yeah.
incapable, I needed to see a cast or something.
A
Like,
cast. And sometimes I even try not to, I try not to judge because I'm like, hey, maybe he always do it, and maybe it's his night to get treated. Maybe she, maybe they on some Usher trading places type shit. Maybe she courting him and like, so I'm trying to mind my business. But when she starts snapping, I'll be like, oh, okay, so no, I was right in that feeling I was feeling, sis. Like, what the fuck? Tell him to get out the car. Like, you got me fucked up. I gotta drive, come pick you up, pay for the gas and get out and pump it. Like you can't even like make me feel like you're a gentleman, especially when you're around other people. Like, come on, bro. Like you already know how that looks. Like, so you just gonna be like, I don't give a fuck how you look. You can look like you date. Like, the fuck.
that's
But
exactly how
then
Buddy played it.
when I come in the room, super with some dudes will feel like it's masculine and aggressive, but it's like, bro, I'm the man in a relationship.
Mm.
Like you don't do like dudes will sit there and scream to the high heavens that I want you to be soft and feminine and in your soft era and submissive. Niggas be holding clutch to that shit, submissive. But they don't set up an environment for me to be submissive in. You know what I'm saying? They will love gaslighting the shit out you and saying, well, you too hard, you too this, you too that. Any woman that is hard by nature has been through some shit. That's off top. So then you have to decide if you have the patience to show her some grace and put up with this and get to know her and let her learn that she can trust you, or if you don't have the patience, then move around. And I'm not mad at you for that. But don't come at me like we don't all have a history of past and like I'm not allowed to feel some type of way. And then you want me to just put all my eggs in your basket and completely trust you. Why? You ain't proving yourself to me. Who the fuck is you? Like, this ain't even no relationship shit. Just a human to human. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers be want you to trust them, lay your burdens down, let them have access to your social security number, but then you can't even ask them what they doing. I had a nigga try to court me, like, and I would ask him, like, what's up, you know, trying to get to know him a little bit. Yeah, what's up? Like, almost a little annoyed.
Right.
If I can, but it's weird. Like, how do you get to know somebody without getting to know somebody? Because the moment you try to get to know these niggas, they treat you like they PO.
You're right.
So it be a weird. It's a weird dichotomy. Like it's a weird flex, and the generation is it's like a fucked up hamster wheel. It's like we got good guys fucking up, you know, good women. I mean, bad guys fucking up good women, and vice versa. And it's like my whole thing is if the low vibrational people that just want to be buddies, y'all link up, but stop like you know what I'm saying fucking up everybody else's mentality and they and all that other shit. And, you know, just them wanting to mess with people in the future. Just stop fucking over people that want to be in like monogamous relationships. They're trying to build families.
Mhm.
We ain't like they on different pages, bro. We in separate books. So it's like that's what we got to come to grips about. Like, why is it that everybody is on completely different pages and shit? And
Yeah.
how does you know like why is it that we are so afraid to communicate what we want? Like a lot of my trouble relationships is when I said shit without conviction back in the day, and a lot of that is the issue that we have sometimes, especially as far as like women. Is like sometimes, especially I'll speak for myself. Sometimes back in the day, I would have a hard time, especially when you want to be loved and when you're in this stage of life when you kind of want companionship and shit. Sometimes you almost be afraid to tell people your boundaries, do's and don'ts, because you're afraid that it's gonna come off as being too much, like you're nagging, like you're doing all, you know what I'm saying, like you're high maintenance. And those are always words that as women we're feared, you know, because it seems like you're a lot of work, you're a headache. But I flip the script. There's always two sides to every coin. Am I high maintenance or do I just have boundaries? A lot of niggas say if they want a woman they can take home to mom, but then they treat you like low hanging fruit. My whole thing is, bro, if that's what you say, I'm a woman by all accounts. So you can't get mad that you say you want a woman you can take home to mom, and then you meet one, you treat her like she improved, like she's not moving fast enough. But do you want a woman to just bust it open for every nigga she meet in 2 days, or do you want someone that's gonna make you work for it if you want a relationship? But it's sometimes it's like like that's why I say it's like fuck the hamster wheel. It's like it's so messed up.
And
But that's why I take myself out of the dating world for a while because it's weird.
it's
Like it's
definitely
like
weird, man. And honestly, that's what I'm saying. But okay, going to the guy you were saying that kind of seemed bothered by you just seeing what was up with him, right? Literally, I take that as female shit in a way. You
yeah,
know
me
what I
too.
mean?
Like
Like, what do you want if it's I am the type, like we've had these discussions outside of the live where I don't get upset with space. You know what I mean? Even you don't know what's going on with a person. You know what I mean? So if that were me, that it was like, and maybe something going on, I'm still not going to answer crazy because you'll be able to feel it with me just talking right. That most women
yeah,
have that type of intuition, but to kind of look, man, wow, what? Come on, man, that's female
like
shit. I say that's
but
not what we
and sometimes
do.
I have to remind them like respectfully, bro. You pursued me. You asked for my number, and then it's like when I try to like get to know you, you act like irritated. It sends mixed messages,
Yeah.
and like I said, it's already messing up the vibe between us because it's like if you make me feel like I'm chasing somebody that don't want to be caught or put like pulling teeth, it's to me. That's when I feel like you on some bitch shit. Like as a man, it's like you got that's when the female tendencies come out because as a man, you should be able to completely say what you want, what you're looking for. Like I tell niggas all the time, a lot of niggas don't want to like adhere to the fact that as men, like if you're gonna be kings, if you're gonna be leaders, they own that shit. But in this form of relationships, I tell niggas all the time, if a woman is attracted to you and y'all have started talking, as a man, you set the tone. Meaning I can't make you do shit that you don't want to do. You're a grown ass man. And I personally don't believe in shotgun weddings. So if you don't want to be something in this relationship, I'm not going to force it. It is what it is. I can tell you what I want, but if I see that's not what you want, that's whatever. That's why I tell niggas, y'all set the tone, but we set the pace. And shit gonna happen before I'm ready. So if a lot more men would like understand the fact that you set the tone, so if this relationship has started off on some shaky kind of fucked up shit, what kind of tone did you set? You know what I'm saying? Especially if you dealing with real women. We ain't talking about the low vibrational little hood bumpkins just out here trying to fuck through the crew and rock your pockets. We're
Yeah.
talking about real grown ass women that's looking for some shit and building that some niggas is fucking over for what? Like I tell niggas respectfully, women like me don't fall off trees. And it's not being arrogant, it's being 100. I know the
Right.
caliber and the cloth to which I'm cut from, and I know how I move. So I tell them, like, respectfully, motherfuckers don't miss the water till the well run dry. And that's what it is. And this is spin the block season. So, motherfuckers is out here like, oh, I'm trying to get that old thing back. Nah. We done with that. Once you show people that you're not on their same level vibration, move on. That's it. And I think that should be the message for this year. Like, if people not coming the way you coming, it's respectfully like don't wish them no ill will because you're gonna block your own fucking blessings. Wish them the best and just get a ass some space on the concrete. Like I'm
Yeah.
gonna give you those spaces to do what you do because I feel like you're gonna fuck yourself up. And I have learned you messing around and being friends with people that move so low vibrational and move with malicious intent, you're gonna get their karma. There's no way in the world you can be riding in the car with a dirty motherfucker and don't get their karma. Why? Because motherfuckers spray up a car, they don't give a fuck who they hit. And that's what I
Yeah.
mean. Like
Hey,
you will get somebody else's karma. So you
good
gotta be
shit.
careful. And that's why the old school say birds and feathers flock together. And I had to watch the squad I was kicking it with. Some of my female friends, like back in the day, was like respectful on some whole shit. Like
Right.
was starting to like fuck with married guys and shit like. And I just don't move like that, G. I feel like we all grown. What you do is what you do. I can't stop you if you want to be on some cheating shit, whatever. But to me, the sanctity of marriage, you stood in front of your family and friends, God, and all that shit. You in the fucking church. To break some vows and do some janky shit is just why just stay single.
Yeah.
We combined our bank accounts. They did all this shit, paid $100,000 on a wedding. We cheat on a bitch with me in 6 months. That's crazy to me. We could have just stayed. We could have just stayed single. What we doing? I wasted $100K for you to cheat on me with a bitch, and then when the bitch go banana cream pie, they want to know why.
Man,
Nigga, I
listen.
died for a year to get into that wedding dress. Stood in front of all my motherfucking people for you to make me look like a fool. Niggas that had cinder blocks tied to their feet for less, please.
Yeah. Yeah.
Niggas just been murked
Yeah.
for less, for real. And
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying, like loyalty. Some niggas be feeling like, oh, well, this, bro, loyal. This the bigger picture. Once you set that foundation as a friend, like a friendship, that's the foundation.
Yeah.
So moving as a friend, there are certain things that I would think that you wouldn't do to me as a friend. I would think that it would always revert back to the original, like this was my nigga back in the day. Like we built this shit off being friends for 5 years before we ever started fucking around. So that should be a solid ass foundation. So before you ever cheat on a nigga, you should reflect and be like, not only would I just be getting a little ass, I would be hurting my best fucking friend. And if that doesn't make you take a step back and be like, damn, what am I doing? You really gotta check your motherfucking self and your moral compass and where you at and how selfish you are. That's
Yeah.
really what it is. A lot of people get caught up on that 80-20 shit. At the end of the day, ain't nobody perfect. And as long as you got fucking eyes that work, you're gonna always see somebody sexy. That's just what it is. You ain't dead. Your mate could be attractive. You could be dating Halle Berry. But guess what? If Naomi Campbell walk past, I ain't saying you're gonna jump, but you're gonna probably be like, dang, she's a beautiful person. And that's real. Like, we're humans. It happens. The disrespect comes in is when you try to walk over and try to sneak talk to a motherfucker. That's disrespectful. You're allowed to look, but you pursuing, chasing that's extra. And so that's what I'm saying. Like this generation, it's a lack of loyalty. Like what the fuck? Like,
Yeah.
it's like who raised you niggas? Like, who
Nah,
raised you?
it's real, man. You know what? Going back, man, one thing I love about you that
You
I've learned
crying, Mystic.
personally is that you will allow a man to be a man if they act as a man.
Yeah.
Everything you just said is like when you started, you were saying like, look, you know what I mean? You set the tone. It is these things that I see a lack of, and then they try to like pawn it off on some emotional type shit, and that's what I'm not
Yeah,
used to. Like I have bad days like anybody else, but one thing I've learned is something that you're strong about is communication. Like
yeah,
I'm gonna say it. I'm not gonna put my fucked up vibes on you. I'll
yeah.
tell you. I'll
Like
isolate
don't
myself.
subtweet.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm like, why would I bleed off on you? Like that's
Don't
like,
spend the
come
whole
on,
day
man.
kicking a nigga shins. Like
Yeah.
what the fuck I do to you? Like you could have
And
showed
all
me some
day,
real food.
that's something that I know as a male that females to do, and that's not a shot. I'm just saying that the roles to me just totally have reversed to where if you feel how you feel, that's because of the lack of masculine guys. Like
Yeah, like
literally
I say.
how you broke that down.
Yeah.
It's the lack of the actual guys because you already know. Like if they know, I know if I know you feeling me certain things, I'm gonna get. You ain't got to tell me to take control. Once I see you open the door, oh, I'm in there. Like, hold on, what Mystic say? Say sometimes you have to walk away to avoid hurting the ones you love because vibes can pick up instantly. Instant facts. Instant
Yeah.
facts. And
Yeah.
I try so hard not to bleed off.
Yeah.
And like
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
say, as a male that does that, I look at that as that's a female trait. There's a female trait. Sometimes you just got to put, and like I'm gonna go back to what I originally said. There's no way, yo, Giggles, if I'm out with you, I don't even have to be dating you. G. We going out just kicking it. And I'm in your whip. You come get me out letting you pull up to the gas station. I'm not even, you know what I'm saying? I'm not even gonna let you. You better get back in the driver's seat if you was driving. And I'm popping out.
And you know, sometimes it's just like, damn, sometimes your parents they be like, I gotta go out, work for it, get the groceries, bring them in the house, cook it for you, and wash the dishes. If it, bro, you gotta be fucked up. Like you gonna pull some of this wagon, yeah. And that's what I'm saying. Like relationships are, if we gonna say 50-50, and that's what I say. Some niggas will sit up here and say like all women want a man that's rich, that, and the third. Not even some of us that's willing to work for a man, like work with a man because we understand everybody wasn't born with silver spoons in their mouth.
Right.
And we get that some people gotta get out here and work and hustle. But what you're not gonna do is use the fact that you haven't made it yet to treat me like shit and to treat me like an afterthought and to put no effort into this shit. That's what you don't get to do because that's an excuse for your low vibrational, low hanging shit because you don't want to put no effort into it. I get that you not where you at, where you want to be in life, but if you got a woman in your life that's willing to understand, treat her as such. Don't feel
Mm.
like because I'm not the CEO yet, I ain't gotta put no effort. Because that's bullshit, bro. Because why would you not want to celebrate the woman that's willing to rock with you and love you while you working the fucking fries at McDonald's? If she genuinely love your ass. And she like, hey, you do the struggle, but as long as you loyal and you got the core moral values that I want, and the whole thing is you're not where you need to be yet, but as long as I don't have to take care of you, I'll
Right.
help you if need be if we're in a relationship. But I'm not gonna make your bills my bills. That's just not that. Cause I'm not doing that shit to you. I've never been one of those women to walk up to a nigga with my hand out. I don't walk up to a nigga asking him to pay my bills. None of that shit. None of that. Now, as a man, if you feel like I'm the type of woman that's worthy because I don't ask you for shit that you want to spoil me, then that's one thing. But I'm not asking you for shit. My mom has always taught me to like be prepared for niggas like FOWB, which means make you fuck or walk back.
Damn.
So know that whenever I go out, I always got enough money on me for a taxi, for a car, for a bus. What if I'm not driving in my own shit? And that's why I say the courting and dating, the amount of trust that men have made it. Like I say, I've been assaulted. I've been hemmed up. I've been out on a date where a nigga picked me up on a date. When I mean tell you, long story short, was the worst date I've ever been on in my life. Like nigga picked me up, still had errands to do and shit. I rolled with him for his little errands. He dropped shit off to somebody. We got pulled over by the fucking police. Folks was riding dirty. We almost went to fucking jail. Police officer said, Only reason why I'm not gonna take you to jail is because your date is so cute tonight. And I ain't gonna lie, I was cute as hell. I was motherfucking accurate. I was out here, I was doing it. Okay? I almost hollered at the officer, like, what are you doing? All this shit went to the restaurant for this nigga to go Dutch. To hit me with a, you mind splitting the bill? No, I don't. I don't even. I will definitely pay for I ate it. I'll definitely pay for my shit. But you
Right.
asked me out. You asked me out on a date. So just being a date, and especially with all the shit that I went through. We got tortured. What you mean? I had to run you an errand. I almost went to fucking jail. And you can't pay for my meal? Friend zone. Friend zone. And
That
then you wanna
kind of
you
go
wanna get
without saying.
upset. You wanna get upset as a man when you feel like, well, you didn't act like a man. No, nowhere in that date. Why the fuck is you asking me on a date and a car that ain't got no legit tags? Get your priorities straight. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm.
you putting the cart before the horse, my nigga, literally. But then when a woman that's on her shit call you out, now you want to say we nagging, we too aggressive. No, motherfucker, you almost got me arrested. I'm out here looking cute as hell. You almost got me pent up. What you
That's
mean? Yeah, you gonna
not
be like,
supposed to
oh, it's
happen. Not on
aggression.
the
What you
first
talking
day.
about? You know what I mean?
Not
As a
on the
date,
first day. That's not how that's to go.
you picking me
But
up.
it's
You still got errands to run. Come on, bro. Come on.
Mystic
Don't
Stay.
give us a woman that's still doing shit.
Wait, like
And then you
Mystic
gonna run
Stay. Say,
you
yeah,
gonna run the old truck.
Bernie.
You gonna run the Costco.
Say Bernie Mac once said, "Fame will get you the woman you want, but a struggle gives you the last or the lady you need." So
Yeah,
yeah, if you have that, then that's the best. So I feel what y'all saying.
yeah.
Now that's real.
The struggle really lets you know
That's
who
real.
really there for you. It lets you know the woman that genuinely loves you for your heart, and it also lets you know the man that's willing to be creative and think outside the box. Because like I tell niggas, you can sit here and say what the fuck you want to say, but when you dealing with a woman that don't really want shit from you and you still can't give her shit, what does that say about you? When you got a
Mm.
woman that don't want money from you and you still can't fulfill her, what does that say about you? So you can mix me with the shit. 'Cause I'm type bitch do Applebee's 2 for 20. So when you saying that shit, and when I'm saying we can do a picnic in a park, pick a nice sunny day, nigga, most people got link card, blue visa. Buy a couple snacks, little grapes, little shit. You know what I'm saying? It's the thought and the effort. But see, you're not putting forth no thought, no effort. But you want some pussy? For what? For what? Yeah. But when you spend it to niggas like that, now yeah, well, yeah. The fuck, like, if we want to look at sex as an exchange of goods, I'm giving you pleasure. What you giving me?
Right.
If we keep it a being, women can masturbate a lot more than guys and be fulfilled with it. And I'm knowing that because I've been 7 years celibate. And some of my guy friends like, yeah, I don't know how you would have did it. I'd have been shot a nigga by now. I'd have been a because when you get to the point when you feel like you're tired of giving good energy, good vibrations, good sex, getting your body count up for fuck people, you have to, because I'm giving you the best shit and you're giving me some par like crumbs. The fuck? Like, no,
Yeah.
no. And that's what we mean when we say like that's where the bitch tendencies is coming from. A lot of dudes want like to get wifely privileges. Like a lot of dudes idolize this back in the day, back when the granny was in the house and doing all that. But like I tell them, it's twisted to me because I don't feel like they like the back in the day like dynamic for the proper reasons. I
Yeah.
feel like they like it on some chauvinistic shit because the woman was in the house and couldn't work and she was more so under their control. Because you know what I'm saying? When you spin it to a nigga like that and they want that submissive woman and you want this old school white. Okay, so that means you have to be the provider. Our grandpas was taking care of the house, the ones that was legit family men. Grannies didn't work. They was in the house taking care of the shit. If grannies did shit, you know what I'm saying? She might have made clothes or dresses or made sold cakes and shit like
Yeah.
that. But as far as that, her shit was predominantly in the house. So then when I see men that's out here complaining about being fucking providers and taking women out on dates, you perplex me, my nigga.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because if we're dating, that's the prelude to marriage. So we are setting the groundwork. So if you
Mhm.
have a problem with taking me out on a proper date, how the fuck you gonna be a provider and take care of home? And it's, especially when you're dealing with a woman that's not like, oh, bro, we got to go to Ruth Chris, spend $600 on the plate. I've never been one of those type of women. I saw that woman make that post about was she not going on the first date, and she listed everywhere I've been. I was like, damn, I want to be basic to the bitch, like, not Olive Garden, nigga. Back in the day, give me the keep rolling the cheese, my nigga. They be like, say when, arm be tied, keep going.
But
What?
that's what I mean by that aggressive, and that's a whole different subject too, man. Oh man, my feelings on that is ridiculous because it is. I ran into women like that, like you said, it good people get fucked over by bad. And now we're into situations where we're skeptical of damn near everything because
Right.
I've had women with that mentality. Like right, look, Mister, you know what I'm talking about, the Cheesecake Factory shit. Like that's real. Like
They got some emotion.
that was so fucked up. Because
Right.
like I say, I was dude in a way, like looked at and especially when I was good, like, and you
Yeah.
think I'm gonna spend what on you? I'm on the same level, but on the man side, like you said, if you're giving pleasure, then I'm
Yeah.
gonna give you the night of your fucking life. You can't give the day. Like I'm on that. I
Or give
was
the date a
the
shot. Like respectfully, I might be the person God has destined for you, and you're not even willing to give it a shot. Like just give me, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna beg you. I'm not gonna kiss your ass, none of that. But human being, to human being, like I can even understand me not being your initial type. That's fine. But don't treat me like I'm grotesque. Like niggas will act like I'm fucking Hunchback of Notre Dame. Like nigga got a peg leg and a pirate hook and shit. Like don't treat me like I'm a fucking swamp monster though. Like goddamn, like
but really that be
just
ass
fact.
backwards because most of the time they coming at you.
That's what I'm saying. Like, but
Like
that's the
that's
weird thing.
stupid.
They love coming at fat girls because they feel like it's an easy target. So they feel like we're gonna have like no self esteem, and when they shoot they shot, it's gonna be easy pickings. You know what I'm saying? So when they kind of get like a little kickback from us, they don't understand it. That's why some of them
Hmm.
bitches like they holler at us, and when you can even say no, thank you, and then they'll start roasting you. Well, fuck you, you fat ass bitch. And whoa, whoa,
Right.
aggressive.
Literally.
Like that you went from 0 to 100. Like, but you was just trying to holler at this fat ass bitch. Like,
And Mrs. say she was like, you'll take something that looks like this to the Cheesecake Factory. Oh, honey, I wouldn't be seen with your ass at McDonald's.
you know what
Because she
I'm
was
saying?
bogus. First of all, her jawline was swole as hell. Her
First of all,
jawline was like,
she was an hour late for the date. Let's start
left
there. She was an
my
hour
man's
late for the date,
downstairs.
and homie lost his
Yep,
reservation. That's what happened.
yep.
So he was taking her somewhere nicer. She, being a diva, being whatever, blew an hour. Shit happens, whatever. But be a human being, be considering the fact that you was an hour late. It's not his fault. Not his fault.
Did you see that humility though? Did you see that piece of humble pie she got? When my man's was like, you know what? Yeah, I can see. He told her I only set so many rules, and you've broken all of them. So I'm gonna go ahead and take you home. My man was in mid seat buck, and
Yeah.
instantly now she's like, "You're not gonna compromise. Compromise what? Compromise what? You literally just treated my whole life. You went on live to try to expose me for taking you out on a nice day. You don't even know. Like I say, she didn't find out. So we see you with the nigga all day. You ain't even find out you ain't even know that I had these reservations. When he break down, she like,
That's all I'm
yeah,
saying.
call them, like shorty. I feel like she
Why I
be
gotta do
doing
all that?
chin lift ups with barbells.
Why I gotta
Like
do all that?
literally,
Like Crimson Chin? The fuck? No,
literally.
don't do it.
Please
No.
don't headbutt me.
What? gonna saw you with a chin. That's all I'm saying. See, what I'm
Like,
not gonna do, I don't like disrespect and people like don't make a because that's the type of shit that'll break a good man down. Like doing that type of shit and behaving that way and doing that type of stuff. Like when it's like when you feel like it's slim pickings and you feel like it's bogus and it's low vibrational folks out here, and you actually got somebody that actually believe in old school courting and want to go on a date. Motherfuckers really want to go on a date. They want to meet you online in these streets, get your number, come to your house, Netflix and chill, and a week later y'all supposed to be bumping private parts. And it's like, is that the, is that the, that's how it's going? Like that's crazy.
hey,
Like,
I didn't get the memo.
damn, we getting
Around
two
these
Netflix and
streets, shouts
chills.
out.
Yeah,
Salute, brother Knife.
but motherfuckers are trying to hunch.
But this is
Sorry,
what
I'm
I'm
old
saying. It's all
school.
going back. And it should be old school. It makes me go back to that point that if I feel
That
like
old
the
shit.
roles have reversed, it's like, listen, past you and the few of yous that's out here, look where that leads a gentleman. Like you talk to a cat that got clown about those picnics that you were talking about. I thought about something, cook some shit. You know what I mean? Like,
But
damn, we couldn't go to sit down
and
somewhere.
I had
Like,
to tell one of my
whoa.
homies that, like, respectfully, because one of my homies then got done in by some women, and he on some like fuck love type shit, and but I had to tell him like, gee, I'm not trying to minimize your pain, but bro, we all have kind of been cheated on, fucked over at one point in time to a certain extent. Some worse than others, obviously. Like I told him, I'd have been cheated on by a nigga that had my name tattooed on his neck that I was supposed to be getting engaged to. So
Yeah,
it's real out here. So I understand pain and hurt, but you have to understand sometimes as a high vibrational person, that sometimes you will end up with somebody that was an actor, was an opportunist, and sometimes was a straight up and down wolf in sheep's clothing. And sometimes it'll
absolutely.
surprise you how somebody can keep a mask on for years until they show their true colors.
Yeah,
But once they show them, they show them. And
yeah,
that's why sometimes time is something that you really have to pay attention to because you can know motherfuckers for years. And they'll be like, I couldn't hold it in no longer. I had to show my true self. I knew it was coming out. But sometimes as you like really delve into their like intuition and high vibration, you'll start to see those red flags a lot sooner and you'll pay attention to them more because you
yeah,
are no longer needing people in that sense like I'm afraid to be alone. Like we all need human contact to a certain extent so you don't, go insane and shit. But that's good people to me. You
yeah.
surrounding yourself with bad people is worse than you having no people. In
No, that's bad.
my honest opinion, because they can damage you and tear you down and make you a shell of yourself before you ever reach anybody that's good. And sometimes that's what I told them. I was like, you are giving those people that you had in your past a shitload of power over you. To
But it's
say you can
hard,
fuck
gig.
love, it's hard, but once
It's
you
hard.
understand that it's hard. It definitely is because, like I said, I've been cheated on, so it gives me trust issues. It makes me feel like, how do I know you not on that shit? How do I meet another nigga and know you not gonna give me that shit for 2 years and then I look up and one day you just snap and you become the nigga from Enough with Jennifer Lopez and you just start beating. You know what I'm saying? It's the same fear both ways, but like you have to pray on it, use discernment, like making sure you knowing who you with, and
Yeah,
it's just stop giving people that you realize was low vibrational and that weren't for you in the first place. If a motherfucker gave you red flags from the beginning and you ignored that shit, there's no way that person was your soulmate. So why are you so enraptured in them and the idea of y'all being together when they showed you that they wasn't for you in the first place? You're in love with the idea of being in love, but you just got a place setter in that motherfucker. You didn't even
yeah.
got that's not the person God designed for you because it wouldn't hurt that fucking bad.
I agree. Oh
It
wait,
wouldn't hurt
this
that bad.
this says real shit. That's gotta come up. And yes, Crystal, you do. You already know. I know. Say it's difficult at times, but these days you've been hurt so much, it's like you're afraid to spend a minute with somebody. Listen, that's what I was just about to rebuttal to. Listen, y'all, one thing, if y'all don't know, I know some of y'all know, Gigs. She has like this heart of absolute gold. And I agree with her so much with the way she sees things, but my only rebuttal is just that what Mystic broke down. You give so much. I feel like I will mess around and miss out on that blessing because now the gates are up and
Yeah,
it's a protective fence. You
yeah,
feel me?
it
So yeah, I'm gonna
definitely
still
is
be a gentleman, but it's like, you
for
know what I
sure,
mean?
for sure.
I gotta kind of watch it.
Now, you that would be stupid of us to give somebody the keys, the code to your house, and the access to all of you, and in the beginning stages, and they haven't proved themselves, and you don't have no trust. That's dumb on your part. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? There's nothing wrong with being guarded. But what I'm saying is, if you genuinely reflect and you sit back and you look at your past relationships as your healed, higher vibrational self, you'll look back and be like, why the fuck was I dating this motherfucker? Like,
nah,
for real.
that's real.
Like, why was I, like, motherfucker showed me when he was doing the sketchy shit. And like, it'll be little shit sometimes for me that would be triggers. Like, if you don't have shit to hide, you don't have shit to hide. And I had an ex where me and them had each other's passcodes to our phone. It wasn't that we were searching each other's shit, but sometimes it'd be like, you'll be busy and doing some shit. You're like, hey, babe, check my phone. But then when you dealing with somebody that's the complete opposite, the damn they be around you and put their shit on silent, and you around them and you feel their pocket vibrating and shit, or you feel, you know what I'm saying? It's living that's the type of shit that gives you that eerie, that heightened feeling. But see, like that's what I'm saying. Those are the red flags. But when you are dealing with people that are giving you those red flags and you choosing to put horse blinders on and ignore that shit because you want to be in love, when you get your feelings hurt 2 years down the line, and now you saying fuck love. Can we really say fuck love? But that's the fact that you was being naive and you kind of played yourself. Now we gotta own that shit. Sometimes, like I tell them, when people play you, that's one thing, but when you play yourself, you gotta own that shit. And you can't say fuck love when the motherfucker was showing you they was a big bad wolf. He was like, no, I'm gonna ignore it because I want to be in love, I want affection, I want to have sex. But
Right,
you
right.
know what I'm saying?
You
All
right.
coochie ain't good coochie. Yeah, you had a bitch because you weren't lonely for 2 years, but that bitch destroyed you in the process. So would you have rather been lonely? That's what I'm saying. Like, so why now say fuck love? Because you chose to deal with somebody that was low vibrational, that was giving you red flag signs, if we're being honest, and was showing you that she genuinely was not for you. You knew in the beginning of the relationship, this probably ain't gonna be my wife. You said that to yourself and continue to date this bitch. Why? Why? So now that you are fucked over and she done fucked you over, what you knew she was gonna do, but now you want to walk through life bitter, saying fuck all. No, don't fuck me. I ain't do it to you, and I'm a good woman, so don't blame me for what the fuck Stephanie did when you let Stephanie play your ass all that time and didn't say shit to her because she was a thick ass bitch and gave you crazy head. That's cool,
Mm,
but she wanted to fuck your homies, run your pockets, do all that, then give a fuck about your spirit. You know what I'm saying? Then speak life into you. None of that shit. So you gotta weigh your options. This
yeah,
is the life you chose. So now don't
yeah.
go through life saying fuck love. No,
See,
embrace
I,
love. Look
I,
for real niggas that's really gonna speak life into you. And most of the time, you'll know who your real friends are when you post some shit. I post that shit without even you asking. It
every
ain't even no.
fucking
I
time.
have motherfuckers that be like on some pay for content, pay for promo, and I'm not mad at you for your hustle. But on me, I just want black people to succeed. I want my people to be millionaires. I want to see you succeed. You know, fuck if you start selling vacuums. Nigga hit my nigga Fleas up. He's selling vacuums. Fuck you talking. That's just what it
Yeah,
is. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah,
It ain't gotta be nothing extra. I don't give a fuck with, like, as long as it ain't nothing I'm morally against, I'ma
yeah,
promote that shit. Why not?
yeah.
Because that's what genuine love do. The motherfucker show you, oh, your little business, oh, you selling them little vacuums. That's a red flag. Because
Nah, that's real.
motherfuckers that genuinely fuck with you gonna clap for your success and they're not gonna undermine you. Cause what? You ain't stealing from niggas. You ain't robbing shit. You ain't putting a gun in nobody's face. You out here working. I don't give a fuck if you sweep floors. It's an honest living.
Yeah.
And you
Mm.
doing it with pride. You feeding your family and you ain't hurting nobody. So I commend you for it. So why would I, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. People show you who they are. And sometimes when you're at a stage when you're low vibrational, when you don't love yourself, you accept
There we
people
go.
kicking litter in your
There
spirit
we go.
because you don't know no better. You don't know how to
There
require better.
we
You want
go.
to set boundaries, but you don't know
Oh,
how.
for a
Low
second there, I thought you
vibrational.
wasn't
It's
in
hard.
understanding of me. You saying that was my thing because listen, I literally dealt with the fear of being alone. Everything you
But
said,
please,
humble pie. I had to eat the humble pie just. I'm like,
you
damn,
could
she's
be
speaking it.
with somebody and be alone. Y'all could be two passing ships in the night. You could be with a motherfucker that makes you feel like shit. That makes you feel like a former shell of yourself. And it makes you feel like gum on the bottom of their shoe. And I feel like I'd rather be alone than be your motherfucking punching bag. Ain't no dick that good. To me. To me. Now, there's some people out here that feel like, oh, being alone is the worst thing in the world. Why? You can take yourself out on dates. Y'all so afraid of people thinking y'all lonely. Who gives a flying fuck? How do you know my life, bitch? You see me out here Applebee's by myself. I can have 8 kids, a whole man, and whatever, and I just want to lunch away by myself. Why are you
Yeah,
so worried about people thinking you're lonely?
yeah.
Be able to take yourself out on dates, walk to the mall with yourself, go to a carnival by yourself, go to the movie, take yourself out on a date. Date yourself. How you gonna date somebody else if you've never dated yourself? Be confident enough to walk out in this world by yourself.
You
Catfish done
got
made me
to.
one.
You came in the world like, okay, so you telling me 7 years, 7 years, you've never had that thought of, damn, companionship. Cause fuck the sex. That shit is so, you know what I mean? Like we
Like,
older,
I'm not saying
that
of
ain't
course I
it. You
want
know what I mean?
of
But
course.
it's like, and that's what I
But
mean. It's like I salute the fuck out of you. But I know I was blinded by that
yeah,
shit.
yeah.
Blinded
I
by
mean,
that shit. Like
sex
you don't
is a
see shit till it's over.
powerful thing.
Man,
It's a
listen,
powerful entity.
man.
Sex can move mountains when you doing it. You know what I'm saying? You can feel like the fucking earth is vibrating, nigga. Like you like, nigga, did you just experience the fucking 4.6 on the fucking Richter scale, nigga?
Listen,
Somebody crazy, be real, like, but for real. But to
but
me, you have to weigh your options. To me, is good coochie worth you feeling like shit when you leave this person? Is she able to run your pocket? She don't speak life into you. She only call you when she needs something. You can't call her when you need something, and she make you feel like she fuck your squad if she get the chance to. That to me is something that's going to drain your spirit.
it is.
Now you in
It
your point in life,
has.
you gotta figure out what you willing to deal with, because you gotta be honest with yourself and say, hey, am I able to deal with this type of shit? Because when you accept shit from people, you're saying to them, I'm gonna put up with this for the rest of my life. That's what you're saying to people when you accept their behavior. That's why I
Ooh,
say it is okay to
that's
set
powerful.
boundaries for people. It's okay to set boundaries. In fact, I encourage it because people will try you. People will take an inch. You will give them an inch. They'll take a mile. So you have to. It's in human nature to test the water. It's in a motherfucker to be like, oh, let me see if I get up. Let me see if I get
Nah,
push
that's real.
up.
That's
Nah,
real.
fuck that. Bring that shit right on back. You
Yeah.
stand right the fucking. Honestly, G, I got a lot more respect in my relationships when I say shit with conviction. And it's not about trying to force you to do shit. Like I tell niggas all the time. That's your dick. I can't tell you what you can and can't do with your dick, your time, or whatever, but I can tell you what I'm not going to accept. So there goes the proverbial fork in the road. I can tell you what to do, but I'm gonna tell you what I'm not gonna accept. So now you have to decide if you want to fuck that up. Every cause has an effect. We
Facts.
grown. We grown. You know what you want. And I tell you, hey, I don't believe in cheating. So if you are the type of man that can't, you know what I'm saying, can't do monogamy, can't learn how to spice it up, they got the Karma Sutra, nigga, the world big as shit. You have sex all over the world, different places. So for you to feel like you have to cheat, that to me that's some cowardly like punk shit to me, in my personal opinion. But hey, different strokes for different folks, and that's why I'm single. Because if you feel like we're in a world of people that don't believe in monogamy, people just out for selfish. When they get the urge to do shit, fuck you and your feelings. How long we've been together, what we've built. I see some new action. I want to go do it. And like I have to tell some guys, like we get bored too, respectfully. Like as a woman, I know the positions you gonna put me in. I know your sex like choreography. You probably come to the bed in them same polo, Hanes, Calvin Klein-ish type of draws. You don't got no sexy like different shit. Niggas don't have no sexy tuxedo, elephant draws or nothing. So I'm just saying, we get bored too. We know your shit like choreography. And I'm still here because I love you. So to use boredom as an excuse, that's some cop out shit. That's
Mm.
some cop shit. If you get bored and use that as your first excuse to cheat, that's some bullshit. Because we can spice. Tell me that you're bored. Give me a chance to spice it up. I got some different outfits. I can come a whole Russian bitch on you. Don't discriminate on the black Russians. You know what I'm saying? Like, give me a chance to spice it up. But for your first inkling to be like, no, let me step out. Use a bitch. Use a bitch. And I hope you hit your pinky toe on the metal part of the bed, you whole ass nigga. Like, straight up. I hope you hit your pinky toe on that metal part. Yep, that's what I hope. That's what I wish for you. Yep.
Oh shit.
I wish cheaters never prosper. Fuck all y'all. I'm like, in a world when your mouth still works and you could tell me some shit before you do it and you choose to do some flaky, like shady, janky, immoral ass shit, fuck you. and that's why a nigga will say I'm aggressive. Fuck you. Straight up. You all acting like a bitch, I'm gonna treat you like one.
Y'all know who have been here know me well enough. So
Big Jack!
when you do something like that,
Hey, respect me.
that is how
I
you
be wanting
drop.
niggas with that triple X shit, like, fuck you, like,
That is how you drop the mic.
I don't even want to do it. Fuck it. Like, y'all some peons.
She say I love she. But listen though, but that's what I was just finna say. That was her point. Like, yo, if that's the case, if you gonna do that, say that though. Say that though. It's people of your kind.
In a world where you got open relationships and poly, why is you just cheating because you like to feel like you're getting over on a bitch? Motherfuckers want to be the hamburger so bad. Like, motherfuckers want to feel like they finessing the bitch so bad. Like, you get a lick, but then when the motherfuckers smash your windows out, now they wrong. Okay. You to play with my emotions. You gotta be washing your dirty drawers, sucking your dick that you putting in somebody else, and you think I'm not supposed to be upset? I'm an emotional creature. Nigga, what you got is me fucked up. What you got is me
She,
fucked up.
lady fast say it's a sport.
Now, I ain't never did that type of shit, but when
Oh
you down
shit.
like that, I understand.
No,
Okay.
listen, I'm not. This is the thing. She said it off top. I straight salute. She said it off top. This is what I'm saying. Like, I've
She like,
been.
hey, I love keeping a nigga in the back pocket. She
What
like,
the fuck can I say to her?
see,
What can I say to her if she let it be known? Hey, listen. Anything from that point is on me. Anything
Hey,
else at
that's
that
what
point is
it is.
on me. That's where, like I say, but ah
But that's the
the
difference between a
fear
fuck
of
boy and a
that
player.
lonely shit.
You honest up front. Now, if you a G, you honest. You like, hey,
I
I'm
ain't
just trying
mad
to kick it.
at you.
I'm trying. Now I can't. Now you have officially let me know what you want from the beginning. So I know that means you on doing you. You on some different. So I know, and I ain't got no problem with. See, that's my whole thing. Don't sell me no dream.
Thank you.
That's it.
Yeah, no,
If you
that's
want to
fine.
fuck around, I'm grown. We know what that means. So I know. But when you hit me with the yeah,
Yeah,
Miss Lady, I can see a future in you. I want to make my, fuck my past, you my future. Nigga, that got me catching feelings. I'm feeling butterflies and shit. Cause you giving me the the finesse game. Like what? You telling me all the sweet shit I want to hear. So now when I'm catching feelings, you looking at me like I'm crazy. But you just told me you wanted me to be your girl. So what the fuck? Am I tweaking?
that's the
That's how you gotta
thing,
like replay
man.
the game. Like
That's some other shit. Look, she's Lady Fast say what's funny. I tell them I'm cheating, but they think I be lying. Listen, you people like
they don't
you.
expect you to be that savage.
Listen,
They're like, I
people
never had a
like
woman be this
you
savage.
and Giggles need to teach classes. I am not
Right.
mad at you. That's
You gotta be
automatically, hey,
honest.
yo, my time is my time. For one, if you even rocking with me enough to say that and we chaluping, oh, that would be my only response. Oh, cool. Well, my time, my
When you
time. That's
that
all I
gangster,
want.
you gotta let that shit be known up front. When you first link up and meet a motherfucker, and they start asking what you want, just kicking it. I'm just trying to just chill, super casual. When you
Mhm.
start laying the groundwork, like then I know what you're saying.
And
Okay,
if
when you
I
start letting
choose
me
to fuck with
super
it, that's what
casual,
it is.
that's what
Right.
it is.
Yeah.
But see, that's how you lay
Yeah.
the groundwork. But when you start selling a motherfucker a drink, that's how feelings get involved, and this is where wires start getting crossed. Because now you won't fuck buddy, but you done gave me game and finesse shit, and now you done talk to me. Now I think we in a relationship. Now see, now we on two different planes. See, and that's what we getting fucked up at. And niggas be like, why you catching feelings, nigga? Am I not your girlfriend? Ain't that not what we just what you said last? Like
Right.
what the
That
fuck?
was then,
Like
girl. I'm different now. That's the fucked up man.
that's crazy. I'm different too.
This
Ding, 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 ding. You got me fucked up. Like, what's going on?
the
But that's what make
game
it go
has
crazy.
changed. The
See,
game
and now you see why I've been
has
celibate for
changed.
7 years.
I
That game changing
listen.
too
I
much.
salute you, cuz you can't
That
go
game changing too much.
before me, cuz I'm a try to. They gonna have to give me something. You cannot leave this earth before me because that's different. 7 years.
Bro.
7 years.
And I feel like I can do my eighth year strong as hell because I don't even got no prospects. So I feel like I can do another year strong as hell. Like,
Listen, if
and
you
people be like,
went this
how?
far,
I'm
ain't
not a
no
nun.
question.
I'm not
Ain't no question.
a nun.
If you
I
went
still
this
got
far, ain't no question.
the body still is active. It still got needs. I ain't a nun and nothing like that, and everything still works. But
But
when
to
you at a
have
certain
that,
point where
yeah,
it's past just sex, like that's the whole thing. Like I feel like your 20s was for sowing your wild oats and shit like that. And if you're a late bloomer, your mid to late 30s or whatever, depending on when you started, ain't no age, but I just feel like that 10-year span or whatever is for you sowing your wild oats or whatever you want to
right,
do. Like I
right.
say, I had that, and it still left me unfulfilled. And like I say, the experiences that I had just to me weren't worth it. If I'm to the point where I'm intimate or where I want to get naked and show my body to someone, I want to be in love with this person. I want him to appreciate what I'm giving him because my initial, like, honest to God thing, I wanted to be a virgin until I was married. I ended up like that low vibrational shit. You know what I'm saying? I got caught up with some hot tail girls and shit. Ended
Yeah,
up losing my shit the wrong way, and I regretted it for so long that I didn't end up having sex for like a year and a half after. So it's still like I'm not the most experienced Philly in the stable, but when I like you, I wild out. It's just that. But you know what I'm saying? That's why I say sex for me means trust because I'm like I've been through so much shit. You know what I'm saying? I've every sketchy type of situation you could think of, I've been through them just because motherfuckers will try it. And that's why I say sometimes guys don't understand. Like they'll ask why women are aggressive and why we so manly. Well, when you in situations where you tell a nigga you want to move at a slow pace or you're not ready, and because they horny and they hot and bothered, they want to do shit to you and hem you up and almost assault you and do shit. And the next man want to be like, well, why you so aggressive? Well, niggas literally shake the fucking kindness and docile and submissive out of you when they meet you and you a gangster. They don't understand why. And I tell them blame your counterparts. Y'all always want to victim blame and y'all want to look at women, but sometimes look at your homies. I know some like one of my cousins. I love him to death, but one of his friends is a woman beater, and I had to tell him like that's what I mean when I say birds of a feather flock together. Now, how can you say you're a good man and you sitting up here watching your homie him and beat up women? You know what I'm saying? And you as a man not interjecting and not stopping that. Now I'm like, see, that's what I'm saying. Like they will gaslight us and make us feel like why y'all so aggressive, why y'all because we don't know when we gonna start dating a nigga that's on some Ike Turner shit and he gonna have a room full of niggas and ain't none of them gonna be a grown ass man to stop him from pulverizing me. That's why.
yeah.
That's why. So like I tell niggas, when you say a woman's not submissive, ask yourself, are you providing an environment for her to put
To
her
even be
claws
there.
away?
Yeah,
Are you giving me an environment where I can take my arm off, where I can
yeah,
be soft and be safe in your presence? Because
yeah.
that's a big thing. Niggas want you to turn up and do all this. My coochie don't get wet if I feel unsafe. That's just keeping it a bean. Like fuck, like you never gonna move, throw this shit back. You think a nigga gonna smash a lamp over your head? Like, what they do that at?
Yeah.
Don't work.
Yeah.
And niggas forget about safety. They forget. That's why I say some niggas be so aggressive and so I'm like, don't act like you just got out of jail doing a bid. Like, why you acting so aggressive? Like, nigga, the coochie gonna come to you if it's meant to be. Just chill, relax, and let it happen. The niggas that have always gotten me was the cool, funny, chill dude.
That's what I'm
Them the dudes that fuck
saying.
me up a
Those are
little
the, you
bit.
don't do that shit. Like that's some
Yeah.
feminine trait shit.
The
And like
nigga
I
that would
say,
be
not to
so chill, you think
disrespect. Like,
he
yeah,
thought he forgot about
yeah,
the sex.
yeah, nah. Anytime you even go aggressive to listen, past the debate, I'm not
Yeah,
even doing nothing past that. And that's if
yeah.
I care for you because I'm old school to a point, and not to say this in a bad way, like, gee, I'll argue with you, Shot Nikki, Block. Y'all are my people. Outside real men, like I'm in a situation and I stop talking, you should watch me. You should absolutely watch me from there because I'm not gonna argue with you like
So
that.
hold on.
I don't
Just
feel like men do that. I ain't on that super exactly. Watch me. Wa-
hold on.
Watch me. You know what I mean? Because now I'm looking for that right time. Get close enough. You know
Cause
what
I'm
I mean?
already.
Get
I
close
feel like
enough.
when you start to first of all, sometimes we out when you with strangers and shit. When they start that aggressive, super like aggressive, come on, almost like in your space type of conversation, you naturally take it from a 0 to a 2 because they starting to get a little, you know what I'm saying? They starting to raise their voice, get in your space a little bit. You're like, oh, okay, my energy getting heightened because now I feel like you might be on some sketchy
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
And then when it continues and they keep getting in your face, okay, so we took it from about a 2 to a 6. So I ain't swinging yet, but no, I got my hand cocked and ready because you got me, you know what I'm saying? But when we start asking, like I tell them, like respectfully, when I get to about an 8, it's up.
You
It's up.
better
Ain't no
than
turning
me
back.
because
Cause
you
like,
people don't even
cause
really
I
get them
understand
levels.
some people be woofing because a lot of people like a show. Some people, and to me, I don't get triggered by the fact that you want to show. You can talk all the shit you want to, but once you get in my space where I feel like our feet can touch, and when you start touching your nose to my nose, and you get
See, nah,
now
you
you
can't
in
get
striking
that
distance.
close. Yeah,
You
you can't
you in
get that
striking
close.
distance. That shit don't phase me. First of all, because I'm a big bitch off top, and first of all, I can take a hit, and I've had it happen a lot of times. And the whole thing is, I'm pretty quick with the reflexes, so I ain't been caught yet. I ain't worried
That
about that. I can
that
take a hit. It don't
that
phase
dent
me.
indentation.
It don't phase me.
That's the reason why I don't let people get that close.
No, you
Last
can't
person
have
did
shit
it, I
in here.
got. Oh yeah,
No,
yeah,
you
the
can't have shit in
pole
here.
crack
Oh
my ass right in
no
my forehead.
no
Bing.
oh no. Now that's a weapon
Ever
get out here. You
again.
fuck around and get shot.
Nah,
That nigga had a
my
pole. I would
back
have shot
was
that nigga.
turned, so I didn't
Oh
see
so
him
oh yeah.
coming.
That was
But
yeah.
now, you know what I'm saying? You can't. Mm-mm.
Oh yeah.
But
But see, you see
that's
how
the
the
point.
experience has changed your outlook, and that's why I say sometimes people don't understand PTSD. When you've had a traumatic experience, it now will make you more apprehensive and more aware and hyper alert when you go in situations now because of that past experience.
Yeah,
So just using
I
that as an
can't have
example,
a
like
dude.
sometimes,
If you too
yeah,
much of that, I'm watching. I'm not even arguing with you. I'm just looking at you. I'm
yeah.
watching.
I'm looking at people what you're doing and making sure and like watching your demeanor and shit. Like I said, some of these folks just be liking a little audience and shit. That that shit don't phase me. Like whatever. I say as long as you don't get in my space. And the moment I see your motherfucking shoulder, the moment I see your motherfucking head come up, I'm on your ass. All I gotta see is a slight edit, and that's it.
Boo, boo, boo,
That's all
boo.
I need to see. That's all you need to see is a. You better hope your ass don't sneeze too hard. Bitch, hit you and be like, fuck it. Oh shit, my bad.
Like, I ain't mean to
We
do that.
fighting.
I ain't mean to. I mean, I
We
meant to do
fighting.
that, but I ain't mean. I ain't mean.
What? We was at a club. I thought a nigga smacked my best friend. I smacked that nigga quick as shit. They was at the table like, oh shit. They was like, he ain't smack him. I was like, shit, my bad. Like you was kind of close. The fuck? I thought you hit my friend. Like that's my bad. But shit, y'all don't play like that. That's too close. My friend was like, damn. And I told him, I was like, respectfully, if you want to, you can get your lick back because I give you that. Like,
Fuck
and my guy friend was like,
no.
hell no.
Fuck
I told him, I was like, shit.
no. That
I
ain't it. I'd,
got guy cousins. That
I'd
shit
have
don't
probably
phase
took
me.
a drink or something like that. Sure, next bill on you or something.
That's what
You
he
ain't-
told me. He's like, my guy friend was like, no. He's like, if anything, he can hit me back. But he's like, I ain't gonna let him hit you.
And
That's what I'm saying. That's how I know I be fucking with real niggas. Like,
that's
my
old
nigga
school
knew.
train. That's
My
how it's
nigga knew.
supposed to
Like,
be.
I hit that nigga 'cause I thought he hit him. So he was like, shit, if he do get mad, I have to take that L for you. But he was like, no. He was like, damn, for you was quick. Gee, quick. I don't get no. Dagger. What?
So I wasn't supposed to do that? Oh, my bad.
Oh, fuck.
My
That's
bad.
my bad.
That's on me.
I apologize. Damn.
But
Next
at
round.
the end of that day, man, like I say, it's just even the point of this episode was just the things that I've been viewing, and I'm getting older, and I just,
Wisdom, strongest wisdom.
yeah, the old school is the way, man. Like, be honest, communicate, stop making these soft ass niggas, because it's bad. But on that note, man, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this one up. Giggles, give me your final thoughts. You know I love when you do shit like that. What's your final thought?
Not too much. Just what you've been saying. Just be honest. Just communicate. Like be truthful about what you're looking for. Say it with conviction. And when you get those signs that people aren't for you, just move around. You know what I'm saying? Don't sit there and waste time and try to wait for somebody to build the bear and shit. When people just show you they not for you, just respect. You know what I'm saying? Send they ask for prayers, and move along. That's it.
I take it just like that. As far as mine go, man, yo, bring back chivalry. Be honest. Be like Giggles. Be like Lady
Be like
Fat.
Fleazy.
Communicate. Be like
Be
Fleazy.
like
Say
Fleazy.
what it is. And stop with the soft shit, fellas. That shit don't look good on us, man. That shit do not look good on us. We need to keep doing it the way that the real taught us. The old school way was the best way, man. And that's just how I'm gonna leave it.
Hey,
Straight like
OGs.
that. The OGs. And of course, man, I want to thank you, Giggles, for coming through, blessing my life every time. I want to thank everybody for popping in, popping out, stayed with us, rock with me on my 51st episode. You have been tuned in to the Logic Lounge with Fleazy Jones. That's me. 51st brought
Fleazy.
to you by Block Legend 7. You already know. And I'm going to end it how I always end it, Giggles. I tell them, and I love you too. And I tell them, living off good instinct counts. So always keep your logic. We out this beat. Love y'all.
We
Great
out.
week.